shopping online. But to draw them in, some retailers are offering online-only deals to drive up web sales today. So how much money will the average American spend this year on holiday gifts? What are some of the top items? Well, our Black Friday expert knows the answers. We want to welcome Dr. Audrey Gusky, marketing professor from Duquesne University. Hello, happy day after
Jen.
Thanksgiving.
Happy day after Thanksgiving to you,
This is like your Super Bowl, isn't it?
This
you
is my
sit
Super
back
Bowl.
and you watch it all. And
I
what do
enjoy
you
it very
think?
much.
Now, when you were here before, you said, don't look for things to be so great this season. Are you sticking to that?
Well, for retailers, I don't think it's going to be. For shoppers, it's a wonderful holiday shopping season because there's tons of bargains and tons of sales. As we can see, shoppers are taking advantage of them today. And so I think for all of us as shoppers, it's wonderful news because we're going to be able to save a lot of money.
You talked about, though, how these sales this season especially started earlier than normal. So do you think that retailers will see fewer people today as a result?
I don't think so. This is a tradition. A lot of moms and their daughters head out to the stores, as we saw, at 5 in the morning. And so or even earlier. So I think there's going to be a lot of people shopping and looking as well. What we find, though, is retailers are predicting, the Retail Federation was predicting 4 to 5% increase, which is an average year. I don't think we're going to hit that. We're still going to see sales of $220 billion, with the average shopper spending $702.03. So that's a lot of money being spent, but it's not really the hefty increase that retailers are looking for. I think it's going to be about a 2% increase, which is fair.
Okay, we've talked about web online shopping. What kind of a dent do you think that's going to put in things this year?
Well, when you look at online shopping, it increases each year. It pretty much doubles or triples. So people are going more and more to online shopping. But what we find, it's still just a little drop in the bucket. It's about 1% of all retail sales. So it's still very small, and there's a lot of room for growth for that.
What kind of areas do you think, in terms of actual merchandise, is going to be really hot this year?
Well, clothing, as always, is one of the big sellers. People are looking for DVDs and CDs as well. Gift cards, I think, will be, once again, a big, big seller because, you know, one size fits all.
Easy.
No need to wrap. Very easy to do. If you know someone's hobbies or interests, favorite restaurant, they like to golf, get golf lessons, fitness center membership. So those types of things are always very popular, very successful, and very much wanted.
Now, Bob Allen, in his story that he just did, talked about people saying, well, they're just going to spend now and worry about the consequences in January. Yeah, I wondered if you heard that. You might want to give some people some advice as far as that's concerned.
Well, what we're finding this year, more than ever, people are going to be using their debit cards instead of credit cards. So I think that's good news. So people are going to maybe stay within their budget a bit more than usual. But shoppers have to be very, very careful because you don't want January to be very gloomy and dim.
The other thing that I'd like you to talk about, too, is I remember when you were here before, you talked about how, although the sales will be good, retailers are just not getting in the quantity that they usually do.
Yeah, the inventory is rather low. It has been for the past couple of years. So my advice to shoppers is get out there and get out there early because there's not a lot of products and merchandise to be found.
After this show, of course. Just there'll be enough for you until 10.
Exactly.
Audrey, thank you so much for being with us.
And happy shopping to all your viewers. I hope they find what they want.
Okay, good. Thanks. Now, still ahead, maybe your home looks